What's going on, guys? You're with Hardy Tech, and welcome back to another Top 6. Today we'll be covering my favorite Generation 1 Pokemon. As always, this is my personal opinion, and there's a good chance yours will be different. And that's why I invite you to share your own list down in the comments below, or even make a video reply, whatever you prefer. Of course, you should at least leave some details as to why you like the Pokemon, but that's completely up to you. Now, before you guys assume anything, I want to exclude a few Pokemon on this list. That would be Legendaries, as there will be saved for a future list, Charizard because of its overpopularity and the fact that everyone seems to have a massive boner for it, and sadly, Caterpie, because that would make this list way too obvious, and I feel like I might be breaking the rules by saying him all 6 times. Now I will be judging these Pokemon based on personal experiences, design, stats, move pool, and whatever else I feel like, because if I want to include a Pokemon on here because it makes a good sandwich, then who's going to stop me? Unfortunately, no one on this list meets that criteria, but maybe in a future video. So with that out of the way, let's get started. Number 6. Arcanine. I have no other reason to love Arcanine besides the fact that it's a big, cute, cuddly dog, and I love dogs. Please don't tell my cat I said that. If I could have one Pokemon in real life, there's a good chance it would be Arcanine. It just seems like it'd be awesome to have a dog big enough to ride around on and take naps in its fur and get lost in its food bowl. Maybe this is the same reason I've always liked Clifford. I'm starting to think I might have a puppy problem. Despite that, Arcanine itself is still a great Pokemon. Extreme Speed, Flare Blitz, Crunch, Outrage, Wild Charge, and a base 110 attack stat, not a Pokemon you're going to want to mess with. Number 5. Venusaur. It seems only fair to include one starter on here since I did ban Charizard, and even so, Charizard isn't my favorite. That spot belongs to Venusaur. Now my playstyle has always been all-out attacker, but whenever I pick Venusaur, that completely changes. For some reason, I feel very satisfied when I have Poison Powder, Leech Seed, and Synthesis on, and I can just slowly troll the AI or whoever I'm facing. It's one of the few times I feel really confident in Nuzlocks. Yet, ironically, none of my Bulbasaurs have ever actually reached their final stage in any of my Nuzlocks. I didn't think about that part. Oh well, at least it's not a Charizard. Number 4. Pidgeotto. Pidgeot, or Pidgeot, I don't know, I've heard it be pronounced both ways, never seemed that fantastic to me. Its design bothered me because it just seemed to get fatter with longer hair, basically just the comic book store nerd of the Pokemon world. Yet I absolutely love Pidgeotto, and I have a theory for this. I blame the anime. I loved Ash's Pidgeotto. He was awesome! And for a while, I didn't even know it did evolve. What's odd is that Pidgeotto isn't even that good of a Pokemon, as Fearow can basically do the same thing as it, and possibly even better. Yet for some reason, every time I play through Kanto, I have to have a Pidgeotto on my team. I guess it's just nostalgia. Number 3. Haunter. For some reason, I've never been super into Gengar, but I've always loved Haunter. It just looks so much cooler to me. Maybe it's the fact that I never traded with anybody when I was younger, so I always just stayed with Haunter. Maybe it's the fact how his fists aren't even connected to his body, or the insanely creepy yet adorable laugh it has in the anime. Despite the fact that its evolution is basically superior in every way battle-wise, Haunter will always have my preference because it's just so darn awesome. Number 2. Vaporeon. I'm not 100% sure Vaporeon is my favorite evolution, and we may cover this in a future list someday, as there are a few others I really like as well, but it's definitely my favorite of the original 3. I can't remember a time where I would have willingly picked Flareon or Jolteon over Vaporeon. Its design just makes me want to cuddle up with it. In my opinion, it has arguably the best stat spread of all the evolutions, and it has a decent move pool. There really isn't a disadvantage I can see to using this beastly tank of a Pokemon. Plus, I mean, it could turn into a puddle of water. How cool is that? And number 1. Butterfree. Okay, I said no Caterpie on this list. I didn't say anything about its evolution. And to be honest, I loved Butterfree a long time before I became a Caterpie guy. There's just something about its design that just completely won my heart, even if it does look surprisingly similar to Venonat. Add in to Butterfree's awesome move pool, including Bug Buzz, Quiver Dance, Shadow Ball, Psychic, Giga Drain, and Sleep Powder, which becomes surprisingly overpowered thanks to Compound Eyes, and you have one awesome Pokemon. Of course, the large number of weaknesses and the somewhat lackluster defensive stats do make this cute little bug rather difficult to use at times, but that doesn't stop it from taking number 1 on my list. And that is my top 6 favorite Pokemon for Generation 1. What do you guys think of my list? Do you agree or disagree with anything I said? Voice your opinions down in the comments below. I'm considering doing a least favorite Pokemon for this generation as well, so would you guys be interested in seeing that? Definitely let me know. But that's all I have for you guys right now. If you enjoyed this video, or this list, or well, if you like pineapples, definitely click the like button down below to show your support. Every like we get is another Weedle dead, and every dislike is a dead Caterpie, so please don't do that. please. Until next time, guys, I'm Marty Tech Yo-Yo.